A moment ago, Chand and Alice realised in horror that they'd run into a dead end. Now it was daylight, but they were still in the alleyway, although they were now facing back out onto the street. "What the hell is going on?" asked Chand, falling to his knees in desperation. "I'm not sure," replied Alice, "but at least we're not being chased. Maybe it's Sunday morning, maybe we've just woken up." "Oh, could be, but I don't feel like I've had any sleep," Chand replied. "And it's just too quiet, and that police box is gone." "Oh yeah," replied Alice. "It's as if it wasn't even there in the first place." "What do you mean?" Well, it was too crazy to be real. I think our drinks were spiked, Chand." "Maybe. But I was only drinking water and you only had orange juice. Who would spike soft drinks?" "Well, I don't know. There are a lot of strange folk out there. Come on," said Alice, offering him her hand. "Let's see if we can get home." Chand took her hand with a smile and she helped pull him to his feet. "Okay, Al, let's go." The pair walked out of the alleyway onto the street. The street was deserted. No cars, no people, no sound, nothing. "You got a watch on, Chand?" Alice asked. "Yeah, it's—" he began. "Oh, it stopped. Can you get a signal on your mobile?" Chand pulled his mobile from his jacket pocket. No, nothing." "Where's that Chinese restaurant gone?" asked Alice. "I don't know. The buildings are different, aren't they?" "Yeah, you're right." "Yeah. Chand, do you get the feeling we're not where we think we are?" As the two stared at each other in contemplation, a folded newspaper blew to their feet. It was a copy of the Times. Chand and Alice looked at each other and bent down to pick the paper up, and they noticed that the Times wasn't written in the familiar font type. Chand and Alice's eyes widened as they read the date, 2nd of October, 1946. Something else was odd too. The front page was blank, but then it was suddenly and strangely read in bold type, "Open me." "Does that mean us?" Alice asked Chand. Chand unfolded the paper and below "Open me" it read, "Yes, it does." He opened the paper and words began to appear on the page. "I'm connecting to you telepathically via the TARDIS," it read. "The TARDIS is my ship that you stepped into, the blue box. Fortunately, you were inside long enough for the TARDIS to connect with you. Oh, I'm the Doctor, by the way. I'm a traveller and I'm going to save you." Alice and Chand gawped at each other in amazement. The next line read, "Please turn over." "You're wondering where you are," they read. "Yes," Alice mumbled into the paper. "You've been kidnapped by a rather nasty bunch of intergalactic hunters called the Alloc. They've created a bottled universe, a recreation of London, I presume, where they transport humans. Please turn over." Chand shuffled the paper to the next page. "To hunt and kill." "Aliens? ETs?" Chand stuttered. "Yes," read the paper. "Are you an alien?" asked Alice. "Yes, I suppose I am." "Wow," said Chand, rubbing his temple. "Wow," replied Alice to Chand's matter-of-fact response. "Well, yeah, wow," said Chand, smiling. "Don't you think?" "What do you mean, not really? Aliens, Alice, it's true, we're not alone," enthused Chand. "I feel pretty alone right now," murmured Alice. "The date on the paper says it's 1946, Chand told the paper. "It does?" "Yes, odd. Allocs usually place stock in the mirror time to their own so that they don't realise that they've been taken," the paper read. "Anyway, the TARDIS has identified that their base of operations is under St. Paul's Cathedral. I'll make my way there and stop them. But until I get there, you'll have to please turn over, stay alive." "Okay," replied Chand. "What are your names, by the way?" the paper asked. "I'm Chand and she's Alice," replied Chand. "Well, it's nice to meet you. Now hurry." Chand and Alice glared at the paper in disbelief, but any notion that what they'd been told to them was untrue soon disappeared as a thundering crack of lightning whizzed over their heads. They both turned in terror and their eyes widened to take in the horrific sight that confronted them. 3 elephant-like animals adorned with horns and striped in a variety of garish colours slowly trundled forward. On top of each, in leather-like baskets, were green-skinned creatures with 3 eyes, each holding a huge firearm which was pointed at them. Hanging from the baskets seemed to be human remains, skinned, burnt and butchered. The creatures cackled, sucked from goblets, and drove their steeds onwards with whips. "Chand!" shrieked Alice. "I know! Run!" said Chand, dropping the paper as they fled. The pair sprinted away with cackles of insane laughter following them. The open page read, "And good luck." The air contracted, then expanded as the TARDIS materialised in a dark corner next to St. Paul's Cathedral. The Doctor emerged, sonic screwdriver in hand. Right now, where are you hiding? He muttered to himself. He glanced up at the cathedral, which was illuminated for the night. It looked quite magnificent, he thought. His sonic device led him towards a stone sarcophagus. He ran his hands along the tomb, admiring the carvings in the stone, before changing the setting on the screwdriver. A click emanated, and one side of the stone retracted down, leaving an opening in the clearly empty burial chamber. The Doctor bent down, checked that the coast was clear, and slid in. He found himself at the top of a set of descending steps. Switching the screwdriver off and placing it in his jacket pocket, he made his way down. The hidden path was lit on either side by a series of circular discs fixed to the walls. As he went further downwards, the tunnel widened, and he soon found himself in a cavern. "We need to hide," said Alice through gasps of breath. "The underground," Chand replied. "Come on." The pair ran across the deserted London street and almost fell over themselves in their rush to get inside the tube station. "I can't see them," said Chand as they took a fleeting look out of the building. "No," said Alice, "but I can hear them." Sure enough, the heavy, plodding footsteps of the elephant-like creatures vibrated along the ground. "Come on, El, let's go," said Chand, and they both ran deeper into the underground. The Doctor studied the electronic systems in front of him and watched the holographic sphere revolve. "Ah, there you are," said the Doctor as he traced Chand and Alice on the system. "Right then. I'll have you out there in no time at all. No time. Just as he was about to transport Chand and Alice out of the bottled London, behind him 2 voices spoke at the same time. "Don't move." "What is it?" barked one of the green-skinned aliens. "We have captured an intruder," spoke one of the 2 bowler-hatted wearing robots. "An intruder?" he questioned. "Yes, it was attempting to interfere with the equipment. Put us on the screen." The Doctor was being held by one of the robots, his arms twisted behind his back in a vice-like grip. In front of him a screen lit up, and he came face to face with the alien leader. "Hello," beamed the Doctor. "Firstly, let me offer my apologies. I called you Alox." "Incorrect." "So I see. You're Shah's, aren't you?" "Correct." "Now, how did you get hold of this technology?" asked the Doctor. "You ask a lot of questions. Who are you?" spoke the Shah leader. "Just a traveller. My name's the Doctor. You were about to tell me how you got this technology." "We procured it from an Alok for a very reasonable price, not that it's your concern." "What, an intergalactic car boot sale?" "The Aloks had no need for this world that they created once the year had passed, and they'd done their hunting." "Ah, so you're recycling. I understand it's 1946 there." "Correct. So the Aloks originally created the Mirror of 1946 London and probably transported countless individuals there to hunt and slaughter, but once that year had passed in real time, they moved on. No doubt to somewhere else, you stepped in and reused it. I suppose post-war Britain was the ideal place for a hunt. Still, can't take too many from the 21st century. They'll be missed." "Yes, we like to take our time with the stock we select, draw it out, make them run, starve them. It's more pleasurable." "It's abhorrent, that's what it is. The worst kind of abuse of higher technology," said the Doctor. "Enough. What were you doing there?" "Well, I was about to rescue those 2 you've trapped, actually." "Too late, we've just cornered them. As you're so interested, maybe you'd like to watch the hunt." "No, not really." "Well, you're not going anywhere from now on. You'll see what I see, and I'll see blood. And after we've finished with them, we'll have the pleasure of hunting you."